Firstly, public participation time limits. So in effect, you're actually limiting it to 6 members of the public if they all spoke for their full 5 minutes. So that does seem slightly unfair. And how are you going to select the order for people? Because it could well be that the same people speak every time that the chairman chooses, and I'm sure he would choose people that he wanted to and not people that he doesn't want to hear. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you're limiting it to 6 people if everybody speaks for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, how do you choose the 6?
It is to a certain degree always discretionary in that sense. If somebody's got a great deal of information to be able to bring, or they've got, you know, any worries or anything like that. So
I possibly don't object to the 5 minutes. I think what's difficult is the 30 minutes in total.
Yeah.
Because that's what will limit people. And if you have a subject which is particularly contentious, you may have 70, 80 people turn up, which is what we've had before with the skate park, all wanting to speak.
Yeah.
And actually you're just going to limit it to a few.
I think we will. I mean, as I said, it's discretionary in terms of what we do. I think there is an overall limit in terms of the duration of the meeting. So I think it's a bit of us sort of weighing up really, I guess, how many agenda items that we've got, if there's anything that we need to conclude sort of after the meeting, any confidential items or anything like that. I know we've got one to do this evening, but in essence, it's this, in terms of the subcommittees, in essence, full-time council, I'm not sure whether this is going to be something that is on that agenda, but for the subcommittees, that was sort of, you know, as an addition. That's the way that we were hoping to attend. But I mean, given how many people that we normally have attending the meeting, we should be more than enough in terms of timings.
Hopefully I haven't had my whole 5 minutes yet. For pharmacies, obviously you're looking at options with that, Emma, and I agree that the pharmacies in Portishead are very, very, very difficult. What I wouldn't want the council to do is to spend much money in supporting the pharmacies. Pharmacies are businesses, they need to run them as businesses and not be subsidised by the taxpayers of Portishead. And my one very quick final one is to do with the confidential item at the end, with the town orderly provision. It's difficult because I don't know what your suggestion is, but this council spends far too much money on staff, and I would just like to make that point. So if you're thinking of renewing it, increasing it, whatever, or getting rid of it, unfortunately I think it's this council spends too much money on staff, and so I would urge you to reduce your staffing figures.
Noted. As I said, we can't say too much about it because it's under the confidential items, but yeah, your points are noted.